Hi, and welcome back to Building Your Professional Network Part 3. I'm Jodi Womack, and I host the Women's Business Socials. And we've been talking about the 3 different modes in which you network, and we're finally on to number 3, online. And so some of these icons may seem really familiar to you. And if not, that's okay. There's a website called socialnomics.net, and it has a fantastic video, and their most recent version just came out. And they do a great job in identifying what the different social networks are, as well as what the return on investment and how some of the best and biggest companies of the world are using things like Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter to build their businesses. And so I really recommend you get a chance to go look at that. And one of the key things I came away with from that video is, do you own your name? And not just yourname.com, but your name as a profile on all the different networks. So I have a friend, and her name's Joan Roberts, and we took this fantastic photo of her at one of the Women's Business Socials. And so I tried sending it to her on Facebook, and I saw this is what her profile picture looked like. And I was really concerned. And so I said, Joan, I think you should use this other great headshot. And the woman wrote back, said, oh, my name is Joan Roberts too, and I happen to be in the same industry. I sell real estate, and I get this all the time. And that last statement is the one that really concerned me, because if I were a client and I found this online, the question is, who would you buy $1 million house from? And it's somebody else's profile picture scaring away your clients. So with that, I always tell people, even if you don't want to be on the social network like Facebook, make yourself a profile, put your name, put a real photo of you, of what you actually look like, and then you can make a comment like, I'm not currently active on this website, but you can come find me at my business website. Here's the address, or contact me on phone, and here's my business phone number. And that way, people know who you are, and they won't be confused or dissuaded by what they see online. And so really that comes down to, what does online say about you? And the easiest way to tell is to Google yourself. Go to google.com, type in your name, type in your company name or any of your products, and see what's going on. Are there other people out there with your name? And if so, do they show up at the top of the search rank? That's one huge reason to be on these social networks, is they will place you higher on the page if you're more active there. And so Google Alerts works like a Google search, but in reverse, where you set up the terms that you would like to be searched, and then it sends you an email with links to every place those terms show up. So I have Google Alerts for my name and my company name, as well as some of my client names. And anytime those come up on blogs or in the news, I get an email summary with a hot link so I can go read those. And it's been really helpful, because otherwise I might not be doing that search as often. But you can set up Google Alerts to deliver that daily or weekly. And it's been a huge help in staying up and current in what's going on. And so to summarize with networking, start where you are. And so for your in-person networking, set up a weekly coffee talk. If you do this once a week for the entire year, you'll have deepened 52 relationships over the course of a year. And then while you're meeting in person, ask, who do you know who? And then fill that in with whatever kind of support you're looking for. You'll be surprised at how this will help you with your time management, as well as expanding your network. And finally, meet with a professional group regularly. Meeting up in person really changes the dynamics of a relationship. So I do this all the time, where I invite people that I know online to come find me at these events, because I would love to shake their hand and meet them in person. And the second, for your networking in print, one idea is to rip out magazines and articles and from the newspaper and send them through the mail. And you can even write just a quick Post-it note or a little stationery saying, hi, Barbara, I saw this and I thought you'd enjoy. you might be really surprised with how that meaningful and personalized touch helps build a connection and a relationship along the way. And people really hold on to these things when it's something in print, that intangible that they can hold. And secondly, I do the same with thank you cards. Sometimes I write email thank yous, but most of the time I get a beautiful card from our community or from a local artist, and I write a handwritten thank you. And it's just such an amazing way to build relationship, and people keep these as keepsakes because getting something in the mail is such an unusual event these days, and it goes a long way. And finally, with the Google alerts, I send congratulations when I see online that someone's gotten a promotion or is having a big deal at their company or their store, and as well as birthday greetings. I use Facebook to tell me when people's birthdays are coming, and when I can, I send a handwritten birthday card in the mail, and it means so much to other people, and they've let me know that they keep that card on their desk and they think of me regularly as somebody standing out. And so finally, with the online versions of these social networks, it's a chance for you to post information that you have access to and really be the hub. So that's updates and questions and comments, as well as using tools like Twitter in advance to find out who's going to be at an event and letting your network know that you're going to be there. It's a great way to find people. It's like a connector in and of itself. And then these social networks, it's a way to share event information. And like I mentioned before, with this friend wheel of all these connections, I am always looking to introduce people within my network to one another, because I know that I have an amazing network, and if these people knew each other, their networks would be that much stronger as well. And I find people really appreciate it if I'm the filter as well as the promoter. So knowing what people do helps me connect them to other people that I know. And then finally, following up. I use the social networks to stay in touch with people, because phone numbers change and email addresses change as people change companies or move around the country. And so if I'm connected to them via LinkedIn or Facebook, I have an actual connection to the person and not just to them in their job. And so that goes a long way in building long-term relationships, because once you can stay in touch with somebody, then that's a connection for life. And, I find that people do business with people they like, and staying in touch is just one of those ways of continually adding value and supporting people along their journey. So with that, I'd like to say thank you so much, and I wish you all the best, and I invite you to stay in touch. Thanks again. Bye-bye.